Scott,
Josh.
many congratulations. A brilliant game, a brilliant win. Just sum up your emotions after that one.
I don't know how to feel. I wasn't great first set, 3-0 down. It's not nice to come back to. Seeing some stats, 81 average and 3 first set, not great. Yeah, I've come out at the end of the game with a smile on my face.
You mentioned a tough first set, but to turn it around like you did is just testament to your mentality, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you guys have seen me enough to know that I don't care what's going on anywhere else other than the stage. But yeah, it was really tough to grasp onto the board. The throw was, to me, I've been practicing for the last 2 or 3 hours, and the throw it just didn't seem the same. So I had to adjust to that. Maybe it's the lighting. I know the lighting changes it and how I feel and stuff like that. But no, I felt great. I felt great going into it. But yeah, I'm just happy to win that hell of a game.
And just a word on Nico, a brilliant debut from him. He's got a really bright future ahead of him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, he's obviously if you've got your stats, I've played him a couple of times. It's 1-1. Legs wise, I'm winning, but wow, I knew what he can do. Like, I see him when he's practicing, saying when we're going for the bullseye, I think he hit 3 180s in a row. I'm like, no, stay away from the bullseye, we'll be all right. No, but he's going to tear up some trees this year. I think he's going to upset a lot of players not with his mannerisms and stuff like that. I think his ability's incredible. And I told he's 24, so he's not got the development tour to drop back onto now. So he's got to make a proper go at this.
And for you personally, having made that run to the semi-finals last year, how special was it to be back on this iconic stage again?
I absolutely love it on there. Absolutely love it. I had a great time in Minehead. I've not had a great time in Minehead recently or since, to be fair. I think I've won 2 games before November at Minehead. But the fact that I played so well, the change of equipment, the mess about, I just feel so good and confident. And there was no reason at all why I couldn't win that. I just let myself down a little bit in the first set. But again, if you don't hit your doubles, and I mean, I think 3 or 4 shots at the bullseye, maybe you've taken 1 or 2 of those out, the game's completely switched around. But I was pretty decent on my doubles, and that's how you win the games.
And looking ahead now to round 2, your stablemate, Rob Cross, that was all the makings of being an absolute classic.
In 3 years. Thank you, Wayne, for drawing that out. Yes, it's a tough one. But 2 years ago, I was still new into the game. I obviously had that great year where I'm beating everyone. I won my Pro Tour and etc. etc. You guys know, but I give him far too much respect. We know the score on Monday night. So we'll have a practice the next couple of days. We'll practice together. We'll be great, and we'll have a great time. But as soon as it comes to 9:30, 10 o'clock, or 10:30 on Monday night, it's gloves off, and we're there to win the game, and we're there to take money off each other, and it's our job. So I'm looking forward to it regardless, but I'm hoping to get the win. Thank you.
Scott, congratulations. You talked about too much respect the last time you played Rob. This time, can we expect Scott Williams, the ultimate showman, with the chest up and the bravado that you provide? Because last time you didn't do any of that. Yeah,
I thought the same. I did the same in the semi-final with Luke last year. So I was far too respectful, and I absolutely love Luke. I love Rob, and there's so many players on the tour that you get so much respect for and so much love for, and you just have to get on with it. But even I've done a couple of interviews, and people don't realise I've only been playing this game seriously for 5 years. Like some of these youth players, Littler included, he's been playing since he's 2 or 3 years old. And he's been playing at a good level since he was 10. I've just played in a pub, and I've turned up, and I'm decent in the game, made a living out of it. So even now, I'm still new to all this. So I'm trying my hardest to know how to react in the right way, how to react on the stage, off the stage, in the right game. Do I give it some? I don't know. So we'll see Monday night how it goes. But I won't be as respectful to him as I was 2 years ago.
When you took the second set, the reaction to the friends and family you gave it that I'm not going anywhere, was that more relief than anything?
No, it's the fact that and then fair play to him, and I won't disregard what Nico's done this year on the development tour, but obviously the development tour is a little bit different than the Pro Tour. I've not been great in the Pro Tour. The floor stuff is a bit tough. I've been writ off. There's pundits and professional people writing me off. You guys not seen what I've done on the TV? Not as soon as I come to a TV event, I'm completely different to a floor, man. Don't see what you see on the floor to what you see on the TV. It's completely different, and you'll get a different me, and you'll get a different response. You'll get a bigger game, and that's what I'm about. So it's not just to prove me right, and I felt confident. I've always felt confident, and I'm always confident. But it's more to shut the naysayers up. Just don't write me off just because my floor game's not great. just don't do it. You know, I've got to the semi-final last year. I was 52 in the world, and I got to the semi-final. Luke Littler's unbelievable, by the way, and I won't disregard him and say what he did because he was unseeded. I beat three in the top 10. I played 4 players in the top 10 last year. I beat 3 of them, and that was a world champions, an Australian number 1, the German number 1. It was Danny Nopper, German number 1. Danny Nopper, Dutch number 2, Dutch number 1, Japanese number 1, and I lost to the world number 1 and world champion. So don't disregard what I'm doing on the TV to what I'm doing on the floor.
You touched on.
Sorry, fella, I overspoke.
No,
there.
it's fine.
Too much talking. I'm so sorry. I was getting so heated then I would have taken anyone outside.
But we know you're the ultimate showman. We know you're the ultimate showman on that stage. So how do you get there more often? Because I'm sure we haven't seen enough of you on stages this year to be that personality. It's
a real tough one because the floor stuff, especially if being around the floor stuff's so boring. Obviously, you've got to be quiet. You've got to behave yourself. You're not allowed to swear, and I love swearing. You just got to be. You can't be yourself sometimes. You got what you see up there on the stage is the real me. I'm not just putting a show on. That's genuinely who I am. I'm an absolute tit. It's who I am. But it's just like I've got to behave myself on the floor. I've got to prepare different. There's potentially 7 or 8 games I've got to play. I've got 1 game to prepare for today. That's great. Went out for some breakfast. Had a shower. Washed some clothes in my apartment. Had another shower because I don't stink, right? And I just got just get myself ready for the one day. I can prepare myself. It's so easy, but the floor stuff's hard. So obviously, I love the floor stuff. The floor stuff is the bread and butter. And that's why we do it. That's what gives us the money. That's what gives us the good living. But I want to try my hardest to get on the floor, get on the TV. Sorry, and if my floor game's not good enough, I need to up that. Thanks, Phil.
Scott, well done. Last year, obviously, was a big tournament, a big move for yourself. Is there any disappointment that you weren't able to follow up a big run with a big year this year? No,
not at all. No, it's just I understand how it goes. I understand the game of darts. If I can't do what I'm doing on the floor, on the TV, on the floor, and on the stage, then I don't deserve to be at Winter Gardens. I don't deserve to go to the Morningside or the Mataloni or whatever it's called. So it's my own fault. It's no one else's fault. If I'm not good enough to do it, I'm not good enough to do it. Simple as that.
Is there anything you think needs to change in terms of?
Oh yeah, my floor game needs to improve massively. As much as I actually probably this year was my best floor in the fact that I earned the most money this year on the floor. Average wise and win wise, I don't think it was as good as the last couple of years. So I need to change that. I've got lucky a little bit. I've lost 6-5, I think 11 times this year on the floor out of 30. What almost, I need to find that little killer instinct at the end of games, and I need to finish games off a bit quicker, I think.
How much is the belief there that you can go and replicate and possibly go better than last year at this year's tournament?
Well, no, I believe in myself, and I've got friends and family and people around me that absolutely believe what I can do. Obviously, I believe what I can do to start with, but like I said before, with the fact that it's all about preparing for one game, not 5 or 6. Mentally, that's really tough. People who don't play darts, they think, oh, it's easy. You just go up and chuck a dart. It's not. It's not. I wish it was so easy as that. So I'll just have to, I'll just have to be better on the floor and see how especially the next 6 months go and improve. Thank you.
Well done, Scott.
Thank you.
You obviously love the big stage, and the big stage loves you, the great
so.
showman.
Thank you.
But do you think you expend maybe a lot of energy during those moments, and do you think that maybe you have to eliminate that, or taking that energy out of you is a dangerous thing?
No. So I've had to learn over the last couple of years with stage stuff. about the right time. And I made mistakes, even at Minehead. I played Joe Cullen a couple of years ago in the last 16 at the Players' Championship finals. And I hit a 180 in the first couple of legs, and I've give it some big un. And I'm like, I don't need to exert that kind of energy right now because it's 1-1. So why? We know it's an even game. We're both doing what we're doing. So I'm kind of learning. I'm trying my hardest to be better at that kind of stuff. But I'm not going to stop being a bit of a tit. And I've said it already once, so I might as well say it again. At what I'm doing, I'm there to give the crowd what they've paid for. They're here for me. They're here for everyone. They're here to have a good time. They're here to see silly stuff. They're here to see great stuff. They're here to see anything that you can involve the crowd in. They're here for it. So I'll carry on doing that. Thank you, Bill.
Scott, we know how close you are to Rob Cross, and for everything he's done in this game, he's hardly prolific on the floor as well.
Yeah.
Have you two both had a conversation of how you both can improve that side of your game?
No, we had. It was actually after our last game at the World Championships 2 years ago, where my now manager and his manager, we all three of us pretty much stood there, said, "Don't do that again, right? If you're going to go win. Right, do what you have to do to win. Don't respect each other. Like, just treat anyone else like you would everyone else you play in." So that was great talk, which I needed, because now I can go into Monday night in a different frame of mind than I did maybe 18 months, 2 years ago.
How many more levels do you think we can see from you? Like, I mean, we saw last year what you did on the stage, and we saw here. I mean, clearly you've got the game. So in terms of putting you in that top 16 and above, do you think you've got those gears that you can reach?
Yeah, I absolutely got them gears, and you can tell with the way I come back there and I played, and regardless of what he's missing, I've got to hit it still. So it's great. But so what I've got the ability, I've got the people around me that can make me feel comfortable and push me on to do what I do. So I've just got to take it seriously properly myself. You know, it is my job. It's what I have to do full time. Other than my disabled wife and my kids and look after them, it's all about putting money and your bread and bacon on the table, right? So I've got it there. I just need to do it.
I mean, that line that you said there, that we need to take it more seriously, that's been said an awful lot this week. Have you felt in the past year or two a change from all of the players thinking, right, this is serious money now, that we all need to make a shift to actually take this as an elite sport? Yeah,
I mean, the money over the last couple of years has gone up slightly, which is great, and it's obviously what we want to do, which is awesome from Barry and Matt and the guys that are putting the sponsorship and the money into it. But now Mr. Littler's here, and we're thinking, right, now we've got to try that a little bit harder, because now we've got to beat him, right? Other than Humphries, like, we've got to beat both of them. So that's what we're going to do. But we know how big the sport's going to get over the next 3 to 5 years, especially with the sponsorship as well as the interest. I spoke to so many people over the last couple of weeks, potential sponsors for myself, going, "Oh, we love darts. We didn't really follow it 12 months ago, and then all of a sudden it's got big." And I was like, yeah, that's because that little 16, 17-year-old lad's just blown it up for us, which is awesome, and we absolutely love that. And no one on this stage will tell you different, and we love it. Whether we like playing him or not, that's a different matter. I've never played him, so I've got 100% win record or loss record, whichever you look at it. No, but it's all about looking at the bigger picture than just what we're doing now. If we go to 18 months, 2 years' time, and Barry and Matt go, right, we're going to extend this, we're going to put it here, we're going to play it here, we get 5, 6, 7,000 people, first round's 15, second round's 30, and then people are going to go, holy crap, there's money in this. There's actually money in this to do this. So we know what's coming over the next few years. So we're getting ready for it, and we do need to take it seriously. All of us. No matter how good you are, who you are, Van Gerwen, Humphries, we have to take it seriously.
Cheers, Scott. Well done tonight.
Thank you very much. Don't strangle anyone. Don't strangle anyone. There's wires everywhere. Get yourself a wireless one.
Hey, Scott.
Hello, mate.
What do you think about the performance of Nico, especially as a first-timer at LAPL?
Yeah. Regardless of the first timer up on the stage, he's not a first time playing darts, so he knows what's going on. He's playing the Euro Tour, and the Euro Tour itself can be absolutely humongous. You can be playing in front of more people than you are at LAPL. It's a little bit more probably intense for him, because obviously being German and coming over to England and playing in front of an English crowd against an English person, obviously we had that last year, and that was hard work for all of us. But he was so good, and like I said, he's gonna show us what he can do, just like Gian and Wessel and stuff like that. He's going to cause some upsets. He's going to do some great stuff over the next couple of years, and with him not being having to do the development tour anymore, it's he's got to kind of have to pull his socks up a little bit and push and work hard. So massive respect to him. Great game. Genuinely, I'm still knackered from that game. Just talking to you guys, I'm physically and mentally tired, because it was so tough. Because he just hits you with everything, and he just seems like he doesn't care. It's like Littler and Wessel and all of them. So the youth nowadays are dangerous, and he's unfortunately one of them.
Thank you.
Thank you.